Hi, welcome to Keep It Simple Programming. Today, we will be combining while loops, if-else statements, and user input to create a program that checks if a password entered is a valid password. We also will be learning about re.search method. So what is re.search method? What it does is take a regular expression pattern and a string and searches for that pattern within the string. The pattern can be things such as lowercase letters between A and Z, uppercase letters between A and Z, or numbers between 0 and 9. So let's get into how to use this. First, we need to import RE. And this is going to allow us to use regular expressions. And we'll get into that a little bit more later on. Underneath that, we will put W equals true and while W. So while W equals true, this while loop is going to keep running. All right, I'm going to type this out. All right, so what I entered is password equals input. Enter a password between 8 and 10 characters with at least one uppercase letter, one lowercase letter, and a number. So makes it very simple for the user. They see that the password needs to be between 8 and 10 characters, at least one uppercase, one lowercase, and a number. Simple as that. So first, we will check if the length is between 8 and 10 characters. And throughout this video, just to make it quicker, I will be skipping me typing, and I'll just show you the completed lines and then explain what those lines mean. All right, and so what we have here is it's checking the length of the password. That's what LEN stands for. It's short for length, and it's saying if the length of the password that the user inputted is less than 8, or if the length of the password that the user inputted is greater than 10, print try again. So that checks the first condition. Next, let's check the uppercase condition. All right, what this is doing is checking if there's a capital letter A through Z inside of this password. And that's why the import RE was necessary up here, is because without that, it wouldn't recognize what this meant right here. So because we imported that, it knows how to process this, and it's going to check inside of password if there is at least one character between A and Z. And the reason there's not here is because if there is not a character between A and Z in the password, it'll say try again. Next, let's check for lowercase letters. Cool. Same concept, just it's going to be lowercase a through lowercase z. It's going to make sure there's one letter between lowercase a and lowercase z in there. Next, we'll check for numbers. All right, same idea. If there's not a number between 0 and 9 in the password, it's going to say try again. All right. So this one's a little bit more tricky. This is checking if there's a space. So if there is a space in the password, it's going to say try again. We don't add the not because otherwise it would be saying if there's not a space, try again, but we want to make sure there's no space. It's just one single word. Once all those conditions are checked, if it doesn't print try again, we know that the password is valid. So we enter else print looks good. All right. And then after it prints looks good, we're going to want to change W equals false. That way it knows to stop the while loop, and it's no longer going to ask for a password because we found a valid password, and it'll end that program. So let's see if it works. Control save, and then Control Alt B. All right, so first let's check that it's between 8 and 10 characters. So we'll try hi 9. All right, we see it has an uppercase, a lowercase, and a number, but it's fewer than 8 characters. Try again. All right, and then next let's check that at least one has to be uppercase. So password 9. All right, it's between 8 and 10 characters. It's got lowercase, it's got a number, no uppercase. Try again. All right, we'll try the opposite of that now. Password 5. Let's see, between 8 and 10, uppercase and number. But try again because there's no lowercase. How about this one? Pass, space, word 9. So it's between 8 and 10 characters, uppercase, lowercase, and a number, but there's a space in there, and it's going to say try again because of the \s statement we added in there, and then password with no number, try again. All right, so we checked all the conditions. All the conditions have to be met. So let's see if we enter a valid password, what it's going to tell us. Password 9. Actually, let's go password 7. Okay, so between 8 and 10 characters, uppercase, lowercase, and a number, it should be good. Let's see. Looks good. All right, cool. So all the conditions have been met. We know that no matter what the user enters, it's going to say try again unless it's a valid password. And that concludes this video on re.search, as well as combining while loops, if-else statements, and user input. I hope this was helpful, and if it was, please click that subscribe button. I will be posting many more Python tutorials, and they will be getting more and more advanced as we progress. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day.